Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of G for G, Games for Gamers. I'm your host, Napalm Dawn, and here we are in Marvel Avengers Alliance for a little Karolina Dean team-up. And the background music is brought to you today by Best Metal Dubstep Mix 2013. There was a reason why I picked this particular mix, or went looking to see if there would be such a thing. And that is because the team up today is with the Destroyer, and I like to call this team Karolina Deanstroyer. So, basically I'm going to show it to you guys in PvE setting, simply because this team is not exactly PvP ready quite yet, because Destroyer is quite young. So the reason why I'm running the old Generalist suit is for the stamina boost, because the agent is running a pretty stamina heavy loadout, and we have a level 4 Destroyer, and we have a level 13 Karolina Dean. Karolina is currently not running any ISOs or anything. So I'm going to show you the ingredients that make this team up. Alright, so there you can see the agent. This is what's going to tie a lot of this together. The rectifier, the fire starter, the twisted fire starter. The hand of catgut sushi, as PKB on the wiki likes to call it. And, of course, the weather control device. My god, this thing just never leaves my side lately. I think this is tattooed upon my agent at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with the Twisted Fire Starter. And then I'm going to lead with the Rectifier. That's such a 50s Tesla looking gadget, isn't it? Especially with this Generalist suit. Doesn't this look like so... like when Captain America was getting his initial injection of the serum and everything? Doesn't this look like 50s Tesla coil? And we're going to go ahead and go with the Fire Tornado. And just to get the cooldown rolling, I'm going to go ahead and get the Stamina Boost. And time for Katgatsuchi. So now, this is where this is going to get really interesting, and this is going to ramp up Karolina extremely fast. And actually, Karolina will ramp up super fast passively when the enemy attacks, because watch what's going to happen here. There's the infected hack. Oh, and surprisingly, my agent did not jump in there. That's a little bit strange. So, alright, we're going to get out the shield. Alright. Well, surprisingly, Katgatsuchi is not doing what it's supposed to over here. But she's still ramping up pretty nicely, so now she's up at 3. There goes Ignite, Pyrophoric. Alright, so we should be ramped up pretty nicely here for the second wave. Alright, so again, right on schedule, we're going to go ahead and use the Stamina Boost. Get that Rectifier going, which will help both Destroyers level 1 and almost everything Karolina does. Alright, there goes Katgatsuchi. There's the energy rebound. There's Karolina stacking, so she's at a full 5 now. There, finally, Katgatsuchi goes. Now watch what Karolina's gonna do. Yeah, she ramps up because of that. That's pretty cool. And now we're gonna fire her Kamehameha Wave. And she just basically cleans out the team. So sadly, that was kind of a poor example due to the fact that there was not a whole lot of Kagatsuchi running over there. So let's go ahead and change things up a little bit to show you another slight variant of the team. Now rectifier, of course, is going to give her health for all of that energy. So now Firestarter, of course, bounces around the flammable, the pyrophoric actions, and whatnot. And basically, it weakens the enemy to one of Destroyer's moves, two of Destroyer's moves, one of which I don't have unlocked yet, and everything Karolina does. But if you want to see Karolina stack up really, really fast, you can go ahead and make some slight changes. And you can pick up the Ruby Quartz Rifle. And the other thing I'm going to do is put on my 5th generation Bruiser suit, which is going to go ahead and help against the scrappers. There are no blasters, and this will allow me to fire off the Cyclops Rifle, which will further help Karolina Dean really ramp up. So I'm going to start off with the incapacitation because the level 1 exploits it. So we may as well just go ahead and throw out an attempt at an incapacitation over there. So here goes Prismatic Shield. There goes the tanking suit. Here goes the Ruby Quartz Rifle as a counter. And we should see there, alright, so Karolina gains a stack off of that. So we're going to put up Rectifier. We're going to go ahead and get everybody burning. And we're going to see if we can get double counters going here. And the agent will super heal off of that. And Karolina's going to super stack off of that. So there goes Kagatsuchi. There's the energy rebound for heals. There goes Karolina. Now 2 stacks. Pyrophoric is going. Alright, so no counters over there. We're going to exploit that incapacitation for a really big hit. You know what would be cool if they had given him mirror finish that he has when you fight him as an enemy, that he repels some of the damage. That would have been kind of a nice passive, but maybe they're afraid that it would be considered a counter and he'd start getting a whole lot of counters in his face or something. Ooh, there goes Kagatsuchi. Alright, well, she's gaining a stack as we transition over here. Alright, so look at this team. We've gone through a whole round and literally have not even been dented. So again, get out a free punch. Reapply the shield. Alright, Rectifier. Get everybody burning. And see why this has a bit of a PvP flair to it. Is honestly, in PvP, you're probably going to use the Fire Tornado more than the Hailstorm because Exhausted is such a good debuff right now. I mean, Molly, Null, maybe limiting Red Hulk to just the Bulwark, making sure Beast doesn't do his debuff and a Generalize in 1 round, shutting down Havoc, who's appearing a little bit lately, shutting down Pepsi Can, which I really haven't run into, shutting down enemy agents. Phenomenal debuff. Phenomenal little gadget over there. So there goes Kagatsuchi. There's an energy rebound for heals. There's more stacks. She's full. Pretty nice dodge there. There's a free Kagatsuchi. So now he's Pyrophoric. It'll chain to the other one. She's already fully stacked, so that's not going to matter. Wow, a lot of dodges from my team today. Alright, so let's do a disintegration beam. Did we... no incapacitations. So as I stated in my last video, his follow-up attack, by the way, is his fist, not his beam. Just keep that in mind. So we can either go ahead and do stuns and melt armors, or we just put him away for Kamehameha and... boom, look at that. A 10k and an almost 10k, and she doesn't even have ISOs. It's really good damage. Put out an incapacitation. We'll go ahead and re-shield everybody. Agent's running pretty low on stamina for this one. Yep, can't really do anything on that, so I'm gonna go ahead and use cookies. There's the protect. Let's see if we get a rifle. No rifle. That sucks. Let's exploit that incapacitation. Big damage. Let's get her perfect shot running again. There we go. There's the ruby quartz. And there's another stack for her. So she's already up at 3 stacks. And she's going to be at 4 the moment I fire off this fist over here, which is actually doing really good damage considering this is a very old item for me. Oh, hello, I didn't know I was disoriented. Whoops, sorry. Alright, we'll fire off a beam. Again, still disappointed in that sound effect. God, I really want to give her rally so bad, but instead, I'm going to fire off her flare. And there we go. Almost 5k. So there is Team-Karolina Deanstroyer. It may potentially have some PvP value once Destroyer gets ramped up. Not exactly too sure what ISOs I would do there. I would obviously give him a morale boost. PvP still looking good, 1700. Had a really good day. Did not struggle on offense at all. And just everything was working out over there for PvP. So one of the next teams that you'll see me do for Karolina Dean will be Karolina Dean and Beta Ray Bill featuring 2 of the hammers. So I'm going to turn my agent into a fake worthy with the dense tech hammer and the thunder strike, and boy, those 2 in action also severely ramp Karolina up, especially when used with Beta Ray Bill. So I hope you enjoyed Karolina Deanstroyer over here, and maybe when Destroyer gets high enough level, we'll see this team in action, and you can see what he can do. And of course, any fire-based hero can kind of be a decent substitute there, because as long as Kagetsuchi is firing off frequently, or the quartz rifle, or any other energy-based counter weapon is firing off quickly, Karolina gains a lot of stacks fast. So, hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned to the channel for more from Marvel Avengers Alliance, and I'm probably going to run through the beta of Black Gold, an RPG, well, I don't really know if it's action yet, but it's a free-to-play MMO that is out there, and we'll be taking a look at that. Take care, everybody!